IVM.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Yeah, horrible morning for me. At about 8:27, returning from the gym at Walkeshwar, which is now like Delhi, because every 2 minutes some great man leaves with 40 cavalcade cars and motorbikes. I was stopped 8:27. Me and 3-4 cars that were driving, I was stopped for these 22 cars to leave from the governor's mansion or whatever it's called. And I argued with the cop because I broke it actually. Then 10 of them flagged me down and came down and aggressively like I'm, Osama bin Laden who they've caught. And I said, ये आपका काम नहीं है. ये समाज का सेवा नहीं है. What are you doing सरकारी का काम? This चमचागिरी चेलागिरी. In all that, my Hindi failed me and I said, boss, अगर मैं police officer हूँ और आप मेरे side में हो. And in that, he got really angry that I insulted him and called him me. So it nearly got into a physical conflict. And then I said, listen, I wish I could just do this in English because I would, without hurting his feelings, get my point across. But sadly, it ended with a little bit of almost MCBC. I did abuse him on my way out though. The moment they opened their hands like this, I said, Teri baaki, and I took off. I apologized to the police. Should not have been done, but I couldn't stand that guy. He had a big paunch and no mask. He had everything wrong about him from the point of view of being the man in charge of society. My foot, I prefer my watchman. Lovely guy, opens the lift door, salutes you for no reason whatsoever, always makes you feel great for no reason. Although I don't even know his name. Now that's a great relationship.
What are some of the radical changes that are now shaping our workspace? With physical distancing and heightened safety protocols being the norm, will technology finally make its large-scale entry to the workspace? Will design as we know it change for the long term? Is it possible for the Indian commercial real estate space to adopt a 360-degree approach to sustainability? Join our hosts at the Future of Space podcast by RMZ as we deliberate with industry leaders, analysts, and bright young minds on the way forward for the workspace given the new COVID normal. Tune in to the IVM Podcasts app or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
Who's that talking here on Cyrus Says? Don't talk till Cyrus Says you can talk. Yesterday was Amit Says. There's no Amit Says now. There's Cyrus Says. Oh, one second, India, there is Amit Says. I'm talking about a little podcast. I want to welcome, this is our Valentine's Day special. As usual, we run late. It should have been on Sunday the 14th. I was out of the town. Aisha was unavailable. She was with her boyfriend. And so we're doing this on Friday the 19th of February, which third world country basis is a fair thing to do, right, Amit? Because
hey, listen,
5 days behind.
We only do this half the time and we only do this a few days late. So, I think we're fine.
We're 5 days behind the rest of the world. How come we have 1.3 billion? Somebody's making love in this country on time or before time. Aisha Ben, welcome to the show. After 20 years of marriage, look at her happiness. Look at that energy. Look at that. Wow, that passion, that Josh Junoon.
On. Keep going. I'm working. I'm continuing with my illustration.
That's your answer.
But I am.
Amit, this is what marriage is all about. You say, I talk in French, he speaks in German. Nobody cares.
That seems to be.
Who cares? Okay, illustration, by the way, guys, my wife is a very fine, in fact,
talented.
Yeah, I'm saying all that. No, relax. Amit, let me be honest here. Very often people think I'm the artist. I'm not an artist. I'm a businessman. My mind is a very commercial mind. I have no interest in art.
No, you're not a businessman.
I may be a bad businessman, but I'm saying my mind.
Entitled Malabar Hill boy.
Which is businessman.
Lucked out because your parents did all the shit work and you went out and pretended to, have some talent. That's all.
Right. So here's my... Thanks for endorsing my point. Now, coming back to it. My wife, on the other hand, is the actual artist, the aesthete. She can look at architecture. She can look at painting. She can look at color. She can look at people. She can look at a lamppost and say, this is interesting or whatever. So she has that ability to enjoy the world around her. And so she's the real artist. So I feel quite bad because, unfortunately, my sort of work that I do is a little louder and some people, 3 watchmen and a policeman know me.
You don't want to be loud. It's too noisy, Cyrus.
Yeah, but the fact is that she's the artist, but underappreciated. As usual, the real artist, almost like communism. They're like leftist artists.
I'm only unappreciated by you. The rest of the world has recognized my talent.
As you can say, praising her works as well as insulting her. There's no difference whatsoever. But yeah, so what I was trying to say is on our podcast today, I'm at home in my mother's room, which we'll talk about. My mother relationship, which my wife will be happy to spend 45-minute monologue with you. And I'm sure across India, it'll resonate with many other wives.
I'm sure it will resonate quite a bit.
Jesus has not been able to help us in this marriage. Even though he sits behind Cyrus's head.
When I used to come back at 2-3 in the morning, when my drinking days and all, she still fed me, by the way, huh? I got to tell you. That's what mothers can do. Yeah. Mothers were the Scootsies of the past. Now you call up Swiggy and Scootsie, but in those days you just said, Mom, food, and it would come. And faster. And no scooter breaking a one way, nothing like that.
Thanks to you and your mother, my first son says, Mom, and I say, go ask Rosie.
You liar. You behave exactly with Mikhail like my mother behaves with me. This is the paradox. This is the hypocrisy, rather.
Absolutely.
She melts. After screaming at him. You have raised. Mikhail is worse than me. It's a fact. You ask anyone. You have raised.
What he has got genetically is beyond my control. I will make sure nurture.
So in the nature concept of yours, nature 50% failed, but in the nurture 50% you. No, what, will you let me talk or you talk? If we talk at the same time, it will be like a marriage. We can't have a marriage superimposed on this show.
I would agree that I would talk and you would shut up.
Okay, fine. You talk. I'll paint. I'll do some painting. You talk. La. Yeah, I'm painting in the background. That's me painting.
I think we don't want you painting. Nobody needs to see that.
Amit is already the third, the match referee who wants to sit this one out. I can just see him. Yeah.
No, but we should kind of talk about a few things, right? I mean, it is a Valentine's special. We should talk about, like love and relationships and all that kind of jazz. We should. I mean, like, hey, it's what we're supposed to be doing right now, right? So,
I'll tell you one thing about my wife. My wife's a hypocrite. Let me speak now. Let's be honest. She abuses me all the time, screams at me all the time, puts me down, never says a kind word, always insults me and hates people around me or talking to me or whatever. That gregarious side of mine she hates. But every 14 days, she keeps me in the marriage by saying things like, I love you, or something silly like that. And then the idiot male Leo that I am, that's all it takes to, get me on your side. You say one word of comfort and I'm like, yeah, oh, great. Marriage is great. So she uses this technique for 20 odd years. And I tell all the ladies out there, use that technique, especially with Leo personalities or slightly more narcissistic men. It's really easy to control them. All you have to do is...
All men.
All men. There are men who are very insecure and they just won't help. They'll think you're lying. And now they'll feel even worse about themselves. Like Kunal. Kunal doesn't have my kind of confidence. Kunal is very different.
I do love him more than
Kunal's like a paper bag. You just hit it like that and the bag goes flat like that. Of course.
I love him more than I love you. He appreciates my work.
You can't love him.
We can look at a lamppost together and enjoy the beauty.
If that's modern love, then yes, I concede.
Yes,
if looking at the lamppost together, fair enough. That's beautiful. Beautifully put. But Aisha, answer the question. Amit is he's a little tentative with you because I've built you up to be a little aggressive and all that. So I'll ask for him.
Yes, please do. You have set up a very scary reputation.
Unwarranted, of course, right? Wink, Amit, wink, unwarranted. That's what you should say. So how do we manage? What's your advice? Forget Valentine's Day. What about marriage itself? For a coupling of over 21 years sitting together in the same area whatsoever, how do you manage? You can bring in the mom and everything else because ours is like a joint family and you come from a very non-joint family, boarding school, independent woman.
You may not have realized this. The rest of the world has. It started on our wedding day.
Right, wedding night. In the day that Dasturji, okay.
That I had a tough task ahead of me. If I wasn't the way I was, considerate, kind, accommodating, and putting up with all your shit.
You're searching for words, though. Fair enough. We get what you're saying.
Words wouldn't cover it. But because of me being me, we are still together. It has nothing to do with you. You have been a bloody pain. I hope in your next life, karma comes and bites you in your bum.
Well, Walkeshwar does that to me every day with his stupid police doing their stupid stopping of traffic for no bloody reason whatsoever.
The police want to do what they do. They can't help, the jobs that they've got. And then they have to deal with idiots like you come and fight with them. So I don't think, they're getting it any easier.
My God, now the leftist has gone even pro-establishment. How confusing is that? And left me all on my own.
That is a little bizarre, right? You're taking the cop side.
Yeah. And she's the one
taking the cop side.
Oh, rubbish. She's the one who fights with the cops and I have to apologize to them. That's our relationship.
I fight for what is right. I don't fight for what is
I was fighting for what is wrong. stopping us in early morning for no reason to let 12 cars out. The 12 cars can go.
You
don't have to stop traffic.
Don't pick it up with the cop.
How will I reach the governor? Does he watch the show? Is he one of the enthusiastic guys on the AMA who said, hello, Cyrus, how do you comb your hair? No, he doesn't. Only when I mention Kangana, sometimes there have been a couple of points that have come back from there. But generally, no. Let's get back to how... So you're saying you're responsible for the greatness of any marriage, or rather our marriage. No, greatness is the wrong word. For us surviving. Surviving is the right word. You just survive it.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, what is your role? I mean, like, what do you do to kind of keep your marriage healthy?
Yeah, it's a generally passive role. It's a bit of Alzheimer's. For me, if I forget I'm married for a long period of time, everything's good. And then when I know I'm married, that's also good. So I just slip into 2 gears.
I can just look at Aisha reacting to what you're saying right now. And
I'm not lying. You think I'm talking rubbish, but my philosophy is real. It sounds a little flippant, but it's not. I just switch off. Like I was somewhere else, shooting something else for 3-4 days. I just pretend I'm, 18-year-old Cyrus again, and that's it. And I go get on with it. Then I come back home and I'm told pick the towel from the bed and put the light off and
So Aisha, what's with the wet towels?
She hates wet towels.
That seems to be like the number one kind of.
Steve, no. The list is endless. Yesterday, for example, gone to sleep. I turned. I hit something. Okay. Okay. Backstory a little bit. Cyrus decided somewhere in this lockdown that his luck would change if he sleeps with his head near my feet. Okay.
And
this is not
No. Let me give the backstory to that. Amit, it's a lot to do with you. It's a lot to do with you. Sometime in September, October, I slept that way to get the AC draft because it was very hot. This is before the weather turned a little bit.
Right.
So I slept that way just to get it on my face for a little while. And that particular morning, some good news happened with the Pratiliti and everything. Some other stuff happened at the same time. I think Amazon started everything. So after 6-7 months of coma, this happened. So I just got into that thing about, oh God, let me just sleep there. And touch wood, it's been okay since then, work has been coming in steadily, everything. So I just get scared. I'm superstitious that way. Can you blame me?
Superstitious, God-fearing, mother-fearing, wife-fearing husband now sleeps with his...
So it's like a 69 without any action. That I agree, it's terrible. And my feet in her face, her feet in my face. But it's like instead of going to Tirupati, spending all that money and shaving myself bald, this is my Tirupati. I can't help it. We Indians are superstitious, but it's really personal, like to do with your kids or parents' health or something like that. You can't stop. I don't know what to say. It's stupid.
Last night, I was trying to stretch my feet, on this bed, and suddenly I hit something, and I thought I hit Cyrus, but he had quietly sneaked the bloody dog onto the bed.
No, I didn't. The dog I love dogs on the bed. She doesn't.
Why did you take the dog off the bed?
Because that's a very aggressive action which I don't want to do.
The dog is not meant to be on the bed.
No, this is the same argument I had with that idiot in the Bombay gym. I didn't bring the dog in. But once the dog is in, I'll pat him. It's not my fault. If you want to stop the dog, you stop the dog. It's not my job to stop the dog coming in.
So wet towels, don't cut it. Dog on the bed.
The dog got scared of a firecracker or somebody in the next building, farting or something. He gets scared of lots of sounds. He jumped on the bed to comfort, wanted human comfort. This is a Saluki who's been abandoned. He's traumatized. He's scared of a lot of things. He fits in my family, like all males in my family.
He's not traumatized. He's a bloody lazy lump. He fits in with the male brochas in my house. He does nothing except look pretty and gets spoiled by Cyrus, who thinks he is scared of everything because Cyrus is carrying over his own issues with the world onto the spoiled animal.
I also, a fear of sounds is huge for me. Just now at 6:30 in the morning, entering the gym, this elderly gentleman, Mr. Bhargav, who actually listens to the podcast, hi sir, him step. And, that's the way, the way I am, stimuli is a huge problem. I just react very badly and very quickly. So they say there are two types of soldiers, one who remains very calm and one who's very hyper. Both are negative and positive. In many ways.
That's actually a good segue. You brought up the stimulus point, right? So let me ask this. Yes. So Aisha, how has it been to have Cyrus thoroughly unstimulated and locked in for the longest time? How is your lockdown time been with Cyrus?
How was our time together in lockdown, Aisha? We bonded really well, I thought. I wore your clothes.
So honestly, Cyrus, after driving us all bonkers with a really old phone that, he's technologically challenged and the phone wasn't helping any because with him not knowing what to do and the phone sort of crashing at every juncture, Maya decided to buy him a new phone. So once this new phone
with my money, Maya decided to buy me a new phone. Yes.
It was not with my money. And I don't have too much of it. Anyway,
okay. All right.
Phone was bought, Amit, and then headphones were given to Cyrus, and he spent the entire lockdown with these headphones plugged into his ear, the volume full up so that he can't hear anything when you want to talk to him. Okay? I suspect he half pretends that he can't hear you because you can be, gesturing in front of him. But whenever I wanted to say anything of any importance, he'd have this thing, in front of his face with his headphones in. And after I'd finished saying whatever I want to, he'd sort of bang on the phone and say, what? That was my lockdown experience. Every day, 24 hours, this went on.
Oh. No, but did he get better with technology? Did this kind of turn him into a slightly better?
He didn't even try. He ruined 2 of your laptops. Even today, after
turn on a Zoom meeting at this point.
I can do it on my phone. Just press the link, press the video record, and I'm in. One second. Please stop. This strange Kunal has come late, and now he's going to urinate in the middle of our show. You're supposed to be online, man. That guy. Give him a piece of your mind, Aisha. You don't forgive him. He's dressed like a watermelon.
He's the love of my life. My marriage has survived because of him.
Okay.
What do you mean? Because he's paid for dinner. Yeah, that's true. He does pay for food.
With dinner. He pays for your dinner. I don't like the dinner.
I call it, for me, I call it hafta. It's like a tax. He has to pay that to be in the neighborhood. Otherwise, off you go, Vijay. As far as I'm concerned.
I see the dog on the bed.
Now, answer the question about how well you bonded during, this is mummy's bed, so you can't say anything. Behave yourself. Mummy's bed, the laws are different. I rule. Mummy's bed, dogs are allowed. Cats are allowed. Everybody's allowed. Explain how we were during the lockdown. Please go online.
I already
that was a segue to Kunal.
I mean, you were a pain and the headphones as the days progressed.
Amit, we discussed this. I discovered, one second. I discovered podcasts.
The wire is like a big knotted, piece of rope under his chin.
I discovered podcasts. I discovered old cricket videos. I discovered history classes. All the things that I like. Bodybuilding videos.
And I found a new boyfriend.
That's just me with a beard. She just couldn't recognize me. Yeah.
Beard didn't grow, Sai.
Okay. Yeah, well.
Right, we have Kunal joining us right now. He is just connecting in.
Yeah, he's just connecting in. So this is going to be a very boring segment. Nobody comes in. Yeah, it'll be a... We'll start for 5 minutes.
I'm going to get off if you start like that, all right?
Why? We have to be honest. The podcast is being honest.
No.
You can't be so protective about everybody. First you attack me, but if we attack anybody else, the police protect them. Kunal protect them.
What the hell? Anybody.
No, this is not right. You're a fascist. You can't bully us there. Kunal's come. The hair in the frame is Maya's. So another moron being guided by a 14-year-old girl. You are good at nothing.
No, I'm very good at this. She decided to spoon feed me, so I'm quite happy at that. Yes, what were you arguing about?
Yeah, make sure your face fits inside the frame. Yeah.
Maya is the de facto producer on your show. I mean, like
Maya honestly does more work than Silvery and Rishi. I'm telling you, as far as Cyrus size goes.
Yeah, Maya is a de facto producer. We should give her a plaque.
Put her on the rolls. Put her on the rolls.
Just cut 10% from Silvery and send it our way, man, bro. What's the biggie? Yeah.
Okay. Antriksh, you heard that?
Yeah. He'll come back. He's not in the show at all. We kept him out. There's too many people. But Silvery, you can pop in, answer and pop out again. No worries. It's a democracy. Show has no rules. Kunal, you've been called here for Valentine's episode. In Hindi, we say sharam ki baat hai because it's between me and Aisha, and I don't know what you're doing here.
What?
Why are you here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
Valentine's Day
I don't know what I'm
special.
doing here. Valentine's Day especially.
Don't keep repeating everything I say. Have an answer. Yeah.
Like you said, Valentine's Day either.
Would not have survived.
Aisha, keep quiet. Hey, we can't hear what he's saying. This is golden words coming from a man who has no idea what he's doing on the show. Yeah, please.
But I must confess, the first person to wish me on Valentine's Day was your wife.
Of course,
it's true.
Yeah.
And then you know that
a page full of hearts, Kunal. A page full of hearts.
I know. I agree with you. And I'm like the United Nations.
Where's your hand? You don't have a right hand?
On the way.
Okay. All right. Carry on. Please, don't let me interrupt that fabulous thought. What were you saying? Okay.
Yeah,
is there any consequence?
If you're going to be insulting, we can stop.
I want to hear him. You're the one who interrupts. Sorry, Kunal. Your golden words and go. You were saying something about Valentine's Day.
I was saying that your wife was... Yeah, so your wife was the first to wish me on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing here is that I'm like the United Nations, is what I think.
So useless. Absolutely useless in terms of conflict solving.
No.
What have they solved? Tell me what the UN's record is. Give me something. Tell me what the hell have they done.
But the United Nations is not important only during conflict. In peacetime, it's very important. There's a World Food Program. which I do for you. There is the World Health Organization, which I do for you. There is the Security Council, which I do for you.
Security Council?
And there are lots of other things.
The only thing is you look as large as the United Nations building in New York. That's the only thing I can give you. Otherwise, nothing makes sense whatsoever.
But do you mind?
Amit, you were asking, sorry.
No, I was just asking Kunal that, I mean, like, is peacekeeping part of your role?
That's what I said in the beginning.
Yes, it is.
Who's the better? No, since you're here.
Is my role.
No, you ask him the hard questions. Be an Arnab on this one. Mr. Vijayekar, who is the better partner in this marriage, me or Aisha?
How can I answer that question? That is not a question to be answered.
You can't answer the question with a question. That's a cowardly way of answering a question. Answer the question. You've seen both partners from close up. You've had both of us complaining to you about the other, etc. So, I mean, you should have don't you think he's the right guy? It's like you're studying you go in the forest and you study a species for 14 months or 15 years. That's the guy who should tell you about it.
Okay, so, Kunal, tell us this, right? How have things changed with them in the 20 plus years that they've known each other, right? That you've known them,
94,
that they've known each other.
26 years.
Yeah, 26 years. So how have they evolved with each other?
I'll tell you. In the old days when they first met, Aisha used to be the predominantly angry one. Now Cyrus is turned into the predominantly angry one.
Now you take your beating like a man. Ha, Aisha, bolo. Tell him how sweet
now
you
Cyrus
really
is the one who's throwing tantrums on a daily basis.
That's true.
Aisha used to,
Let's go back to the
balances itself out like this.
My house.
Let's go back in the past to when Aisha was very badly behaved and aggressive and angry and shouting and screaming. How did you tolerate that? She used to take it out on you a lot.
The way I tolerate you nowadays.
But I don't take it out on you. I just make fun of you and walk off. She used to actually attack you.
You don't make fun of me and walk off. You sit and like a broken record go on and on and on and on.
Man, is that me? Does that sound like me? That doesn't sound like me.
God, Cyrus. Like he did with the cops this morning. Like he picked
with the cops? What happened to the cops?
The governor's mentioned some 16 car and 40 bikes came out. So they stopped all of us at 8:27 in the morning for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I just had an argument with him. It was ridiculous. All this nonsense just stopped traffic.
But the governor moves slowly. You've seen him.
You mean the car has a governor? That's different.
Okay, so you know what?
Yes,
should we take a quick break and then let's come back? We got a lot of listener questions that are coming in from the stream.
No, I want to ask one question because we've done this show before. Unfortunately, I'm still married to the same person and the same third wheel is always with us. Nothing has changed in the last 6 years. So anybody listening to the show, please listen to the other editions because there's more interesting points about how we met, etc., which we hope we don't repeat.
I thought we shouldn't. There's no point. I've heard this story. You told her to come to Cafe Naz instead of somewhere else or something like that.
No, right? I told her Cafe Naz at 7 o'clock and she was late. The short version. She said, "How will I recognize you?" I said, "Short
now why don't you
German
change the story
Shepherd
to something a little
short
more
pants,
interesting?"
t-shirt, German Shepherd. You can't miss me. You can't miss me. There can't be 2 short pants, t-shirt, German Shepherds outside Naz at 7. It just won't happen. She phoned at 7:20 to say she was running late. This is the kind of person you should never marry. I did. We'll take a break and then we'll come back and face the consequences of our action.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another very special week on the IVM Podcast Network. Before I get to that, let me quickly thank our sponsors on the network this week. Storytel, TheWholeTruthFoods.com, and we have a new sponsor in Syed. Thank you all so much for being part of the network. So, this is Valentine's week, and we have a bunch of stuff for you guys. So I'm going to give you a couple of episodes that you could definitely catch up with. Agla Station, Season 2, Episode 12, Be Our Valentine. Ritasha and Ayushi have a little bit of talk about love and all the rest of the stuff that goes wrong with that. On The Habit Coach, Episode 396, Ashton Doctor did an episode which went into the much-debated origins of Valentine's Day. Also, do check out Candid Kannan with Siddharth Kannan featuring Govinda and his wife Sunita Ahuja. He talks to them about amazing 33 years together. But you know what, folks? If you want to hear more about these Valentine's Day things, what I suggest is go to our webpage, ivmpodcast.com/blog. And on the blog, we're going to post a bunch of different playlists that we've created for all the various major services. So if you're feeling in the mood for love, do check that out. You'll definitely enjoy it. Just a quick note on a few other noteworthy episodes this week. Nankari, Kunal Vijayekar was the guest. They spoke about street food with him. On Simplified, they talk about vaccinating 1 billion people, then the logistical and administrative task in front of us. And on the Wire Talks, Siddharth talks to Devdutt Mukhopadhyay about the human cost of internet shutdowns. And with that, let me get you back to your show.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me. All right, back here after a long break. And Aisha ji, got to tell you, it's been 21 glorious years of marriage. I put up with a lot of things, but I must say I've got a lot out of it. You balance the books, you fix the bulbs, you organize the vendors, you clean the room. You help with the children and dogs, but I do the most work. There's no doubt about that. In that capacity. But
believe what you want. Believe what you want.
You wear the pants. You wear the pants. I'll give you that.
Every time you behave like you normally do, your tantrum self, it shouldn't want to come and live with me.
Nobody wants to live with you. They know I'm the flexible one, the easygoing one. They don't talk.
They both want to live with me. Which is the truth.
Listen, you make nocturnal sounds all night. No one should live with you. How do I know? It's a story for another podcast.
I have space in my house.
Okay. That's not showing off Mr. Ratan Tata himself. Let's find out what the people have to say, because we have a few listeners.
We have more than a few. One, I think this is comments. Our most ever people on the live stream. I think right now we're seeing that. I think Antarsh must be something like that. So that's cool. But
so Aisha, you're a star in our little world, of course. Don't think you're Shah Rukh Khan, but you're a star.
Oh. Okay, all right. So let's see. This is a question from Ashwini Deshpande. How has Cyrus's behavior, talking, ranting, hyperactivity changed over the years? And she also would like to know, how was your massage on Tuesday?
Yes! Sorry to be loud. Yes. Just to remind people, she missed the Tuesday podcast because she had to do a massage after being told 15 times. So that's Aisha. Yeah, how was your massage, Aisha?
I need a few more.
Did they massage your brain so you remember your deeds and where you have to go and your responsibility?
I have you to remind me constantly.
But I told you from a country far away who I won't mention, everybody told you and you just disregarded it.
Massage was more important, Cyrus.
Well, that's true. That's actually true. So I'll allow that. Right.
What is open for massage at the moment?
Heel.
Are you not paying attention?
No, but where did she go?
You're worried about COVID.
No, I'd like to go for a massage myself.
You should call the person home now. Why stress yourself out by going somewhere?
Heel. The best place to go. I hope you give me a discount.
No, yeah, my bed is too soft.
They come with this Urban Company.
With their own bed.
Urban Company comes with a full thing.
You think?
Have you watched Friends?
My weight?
Huh? Yeah, sure.
I don't think that
so.
people will take my weight.
No,
they'll take your weight.
Of course it will. I wouldn't be worried about that.
You not need to reach your muscles, Kunal.
Yeah.
But that's what...
But you can massage yourself, Kunal.
How? Like that?
I mean, you live alone, you should. Let's move on to the first part of the question. What was it?
Yeah, the first part. So, how has Cyrus's behavior changed over the years? Talking, ranting, hyperactivity. Is he still the same 19, 20-year-old?
Worse. Infinitely worse. Getting worse by the minute.
Why would you say that? Why would
you say that?
Why is it getting worse? I mean, like...
Amit, you have known Cyrus now how long? Why would I say that?
Maya wants to say hi.
Have you experienced him?
Sorry?
Stop. I said you've known him yourself for a while. And
6 years.
6 years.
We just celebrated our anniversary, 6th anniversary 2 days ago.
And hasn't he become worse over the last 6 years?
He only sees me for an hour or 2 hours before lockdown.
It demonstrates enough how terrible you can be.
We don't have to stay in the same room and, throw clothes everywhere and fight over dogs on beds and all that.
So you multiply it into whatever infinity. That's how bad it is.
Okay, I think you've answered the question with a lot of passion, with no specificity, but with passion. That's good enough.
Okay, all right. Ashwini has another question. How often do Kunal and Aisha get to speak when the three of them are together? So basically, does Cyrus dominate the conversation when all three of you are together?
No, not at all. Not at all. Cyrus doesn't talk at home. Cyrus only talks when the mic comes on. Otherwise, he's a quiet, little sulky little boy.
I'm a people person. I like strangers and lots of people. I get bored with one-on-ones, and these two have boring conversations. Kunal's conversations are so slow. I tell you, I've said this before. I've listened to him going to Pune, do a WhatsApp chat with his friends and relatives. The pace, I nearly had a heart attack. I was like, hello. What's up, yaar? Huh? What? Hello. And this went on for the whole drive. We reached Pune. It was just rubbish. But that's his pace, So, I mean, that's the way he is. I can't deal with them. They're slow, and I mean, it's almost like they're dead after some time. So I just keep quiet and run away. Yeah, that's
slow
true.
and dead are two different things.
Kunal, on the other hand, likes his one-on-ones with intimate friends. Then he's Kunal. Otherwise, he's a bore. So that's why when we take him on stage, I have to hold him up all the time because he's lost interest in strangers. Hates people. People come to Kunal and say, I love you, I love your acting. He gets upset. he treats them with disrespect. He doesn't want to take a photo. He's the man. Just not, go away from society.
It all takes time, yeah. These taking photos and all takes a little time. It's a little tedious. But otherwise, I'm quite okay. I don't mind. But I don't mind.
You're an unfriendly eel.
Cyrus, be quiet. Now you said too much.
Okay, all right. So this is a question which is somewhat related to Cyrus talking so much, right? So given how, this is from Abhijit, given how hyperactive Cyrus is while conversing, how often does Aisha zone out? But Kunal, same question to you as well, right? But Aisha, how often do you zone out when he's talking?
I don't zone out. I just leave. I leave physically. Exit frame.
But I don't have that... I don't spend so much time with Aisha. I spend much more time with Kunal. When we have meetings and all that, he's walked out. He's got angry with me. If I talk too much or make too much fun or have silly, irreverent conversations, he can't take it. The man is as serious as a sphinx. Tell me what.
Cyrus thinks that he's very precise, to the point and quick, but he's not. He just talks a hell of a lot. I try to finish things off, but he's going on and on because he wants people to laugh and entertain people or something. I agree. But it never ends. Meetings don't end because he's not stopped talking. I would finish the meeting half an hour ago and gone.
So we've gone to ask for money, Amit. We've gone with a begging bowl, and in the middle of conversation, he's like, okay, enough, now let's go. Can you imagine? Enough, stop talking. All right, enough. Stop making fun of me. Not just because you have an audience. Just because you have an audience. Now you won't shut up. You'll go on. Stop encouraging him. This is the typical... with Aisha, we don't spend that much time together, but she's made me...
I lost Kunal's view. Cyrus can be such a bore. I mean, when
Kunal's that's work-related. Now, I want to talk to you. 1 second. 1 second. Take your beating like a man, Aisha. Take your beating like a man. You take me to social conventions, which I hate. Okay, like school things.
That's when I want you to talk because I don't know what to say to people.
She takes me to places and I don't know the names of the husbands and wives. And it's always the same thing. They all ask me, what's my name? And I have to sit through that every single time. Because she sits and befriends everyone and I don't know who they are.
So they ask you what their name is.
I honestly tell people, I have forgotten your name. What is wrong in saying that? You tell them, hi, you look familiar. But
how can I forget their name if I haven't met them before?
You're just supposed to you their name.
Because you're supposed to know everybody in the class. It's the way it is. It's a culture thing.
Your child is in class 9. She's got one last year and then she'll be done with school. You should know these people.
Then do not take me to any social conventions after that. If you join some NGO, I don't want to go for the NGO cocktail where I have to meet everybody and take their names. People should wear name tags. We're growing old. What's your name, Aisha? I mean, it's not... Come on.
Alice, what NGO are you going to? What NGO are you going to?
I don't know. There's a guy called Sarosh who's driving me mad from Surat right now. I'm an NGO magnet. For a man with no money and no charity in my heart, wherever I go there, I think it's my good looks. I just have a cherubic like look about me, so they just come to me. You're over cherubic. It's like cherubic on steroids, so you're gone. They'll leave you alone.
I told you.
Sorry, sweetie.
Cherubic,
my mother gives me food at 2:30 in the morning. My mother buys me medicine at 5 in the morning because I'm traveling the next day. Yeah, my mother sets a very high bar. I just say that to piss her off.
Actually, I'm curious. If Mikhail comes back at 2:30 in the morning, would you make food for him at that point?
Of course she would.
Let Kunal tell the truth because she'll deny.
Of course she would. See, all mothers...
Saas bhi kabhi bahu thi kind of thing is actually real. If the cycle just keeps repeating, man.
We have Rosie.
Aisha, let Kunal talk as a neutral. Let him talk as an observer. Okay, if I'm biased. Does she mollycoddle Mikhail end of the day?
Every mother's weak point is the son, and Mikhail is Aisha's weak point.
You don't have to say it like you're Moses.
Aisha will also say that, correct?
Yeah, look at the pedagogic style he adopts. Every child's weak point. But nonsense. Kunal has this other problem. He keeps using statements like, I believe. You think he's bloody Socrates. I believe. You believe nothing. You're a bunch of crap. Come on. I believe from the mountain I've come and I will tell you how to change your world. I believe, I think, I'll put your eye up your ass. That's what I'll do. Yeah, sorry.
I'm leaving this meeting. I can't take it anymore.
No, there are lots of good questions to come. Amit, questions.
Yeah, all right. We have another question. So this is just a funny comment from Varun Nambiar that every Valentine episode of Cyrus Says has just put me off marriage.
So my work is done. Goodbye.
So Ashwini Pandey, no, actually we already asked this question, or at least something very similar to it. After so many years, so this is from Kashin Shetty. Aisha, after so many years of marriage, is there anything about young Cyrus which you miss?
Give her a
She
minute.
told me, I'll tell you, I'll answer. She
Oh,
told me.
you can't answer it. You go, this is the most homophobic episode ever. You can't answer it. This is her answer. Stop answering with so much enthusiasm. You're exposing us. I got nowhere to go after this.
Amit, can you tell me to shut up?
She told me that she misses his looks, his hair, his youth.
Vijay gets a chance to dig the claws in, huh? Go for it, bro. Go for it. The payment will be double. Don't worry. We've got a long day. Couple of meetings. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now that Kunal's had his fun and is having an orgasm on his own, let's go back to Aisha. Aisha, is there anything you miss about the young Cyrus? Young as in, I'm still youngish. Yeah.
I wish I had left when I could have.
When could you have?
Oh, there were many opportunities. What did I do?
So why didn't you go?
Because you gave me the stupid car to drive.
That's it? It takes you the second-hand Zen that I bought without even cleaning the front
800.
The 800. I missed that. That was our romance.
I didn't have
1329 was the number.
Anymore. That was the only reason.
13, don't argue with me about numbers, you moron. Stick to JJ.
That was my car. 1329.
No, 1329 is my car.
1798.
1798 is your car. Say sorry and take 2 rounds of the room and come back. God, this guy, I tell you.
I just did.
On Friendship Day, you're not calling him. Any dog you want, but no Kunal. Sweetie, answer the question, Alia. Answer the question.
I answered it. It's done. Done and dusted.
Okay. All right. Let's see. This is another question from Kachin Shetty. Antriksh has editorialized that this is a great question. So, AMA for Cyrus. The road next to my building has been under construction for the past month. There's noise and drilling sounds from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Kill the bastards.
Is marriage similar?
Very close, but marriage can still have good points and there's hope. But this construction, there's no hope. That drilling machine sound, it just drives me nuts. It's like torture. I mean, it's the worst form of urban torture that there is. Worse than the police and their stupid nakabandis. This is just the worst. Really, honestly, I think I wish we could just have a rule where you're allowed to shoot on site at any construction worker or construction being done. And it's not like an anti-humane thing to do. It's like, just normal. It's like how you just fly in the window and you go like that, or you open the window and send the mosquito out. Similar to that. It's caused me a lot of pain over the years since school because everybody in my area has lots of money, mostly unaccountable cash, and they go on redoing their bathrooms and their walls and their buildings and oh God, I hate them all. I hate them all because the pain of that sound and that hammering and that what civilized society does that?
All right, you said your bit. Now shut up.
What about you? You get angry with all that banging sound that happens.
I get angry with you. I can live with all of that, Cyrus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So a few comments from people who are enjoying the stream. I'll just read them out. MR says, we have the best episodes when Mrs. Brocha is on.
That's my mom. That's my mom. She's not on yet. We'll get her on. But she's very touchy when I make fun of her. She'll get angry. Aisha's holding her own right now, punching back here and there. In fact, if you look at it from boxing point of view, four judges have judged it in my favor, 1 in your favor. Kunal 0. That's where we stand. 4-1-0.
Okay. Preeti is saying that Aisha, you're a savage. I think Sanjeet Pine says this is gold. VB says
a girl called her a savage.
No, savage in a good way, no?
Oh, you're savage.
Yeah,
the French accent. You're a savage.
You're
wild. You're wild. Yeah.
No, I mean, like you're ripping Cyrus to shreds, right? I mean, like, so they're savage. I mean, like, dude, it's a thing, right? People say the word. Dude, I can't explain slang to you,
spend 6 months on a construction site, day and night.
We have to familiarize ourselves with this lingo, like that woke or whatever nonsense.
Woke, yes.
Woke. Yeah,
don't expose yourself to the next generation. They will laugh at us for years. Decades will pass. Stop it. Don't.
BB says this is the.
One sec, he's saying something. Aisha, you can't talk at cross purposes. She's frozen, I think.
No, she's fine.
Just her emotions are frozen.
I'm here.
Okay.
Kunal, in any case, is like a freeze. Huh.
So BB said this is the best episode of Cyrus Says ever.
Wow. Nobody ever says that.
Yeah, I know.
Worst episode, many say, but best none. Well done, Aisha. To some extent, Kunal and his watermelon shirt.
So what have you been doing on all these episodes in the last 2 years then?
Nothing.
This is the best episode.
6 years.
We need Aisha.
6 years. 6 years.
Okay.
6 years. My God.
Okay, so this is a really interesting question. This comes from Zishan Ali Ruby.
Okay.
Aisha, Kunal, when have you seen Cyrus the most flustered?
All the time. Give him an iPad and you see him flustered. Give him a direction, you see him flustered. Give him a meme, you see him flustered.
Make me wait. I think make me wait in construction work. I hate that.
Yeah.
Waiting
and when his Wi-Fi disappears, and he has no idea how to.
When Netflix doesn't work, when the dog is barking, the dog is shit.
Yeah.
Everything.
So it's easy, I guess. I mean, like, it's not, it doesn't sound like it's very difficult for him to get flustered.
If Cyrus can ask somebody for help, he will ask somebody for help, it's a constant. He will never do anything on his own. Never.
Yeah, okay.
Including parking. I've never enjoyed parking.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones, Cyrus. We'll start with the little things.
Okay.
Highly critical, I think, Preeti, the savage. Go on.
No, so I'm just going through questions. We still got quite a few of them. So this is another one from Kashin Shetty. As a fellow,
regular.
So he's a Prabhadevi guy. So as a fellow Prabhadevian, I would like to know from you, do you have any favorite hidden gem restaurants in Prabhadevi that others have to try out? This isn't really a Valentine's Day question.
Hey, Raju is where? Raju's Dadar.
Raju's a little ahead.
Yeah.
Raju is a little ahead.
Promote Raju, he's a nice guy.
Raju Balwani on LJ Road, Gokhale Road, is quite nice. There's also Chaitanya, which is quite nice, and Agar Bazaar only. There is a lady who's selling vada pav right outside my building on Old Prabhadevi Road in the evening.
Don't lie. That's just you during lockdown. That was you during lockdown when money was scarce. Come on, be honest. And invited to Viber.
Because she brings it from home. She brings the food from home and just.
She's like one of those stand really she doesn't cook over there. She just sells there.
Oh,
yeah. We have that underneath our office building too. There's like a pawa person who comes in like from 8 in the morning to 9:30. Pawa is that yellow thing, that Maharashtrian dish. What did I call it?
Pawa.
Okay, I don't know.
You know what pawa is, no?
Amit, you're worse than me. Huh?
Pawa is small,
they won't never forget now. You're screwed.
No, but in Gujarati it's pawa.
Vijayakar, Monani combine.
Pawa in any language.
I think it's pawa in Gujarati. We call it pawa at home.
Wait, let him talk.
No, pawa.
He's having a mind. Oh, go on.
Pawa is a small drink.
Let Kunal talk.
Small drink. Small
What
drink.
What is pawa in Gujarati? Is there a separate word? In Gujarati is a separate word.
P-O-H-A, poha.
Okay, all right. I guess then I don't know anything about this.
You got a brocha beating right now. Be very careful.
Yes,
you got 1 year to recover from this.
Okay, Herves P. Kasad, a question for Kunal. Hi, all fab episodes. Cyrus and Kunal, also a big fan of the week that wasn't.
Oh my God.
Kunal, your impersonation of Mr. Tharoor is the best. Can we please have more of these since he finds a way to be in the news?
No, I'll happily do Tharoor. The only thing is that I've put on so much weight here that I no longer look like Tharoor.
But anyway.
Yeah, but you know, at my thinnest, I was a little fatter than him. Now I'm terribly fatter than him. So, but I will. I think he needs to be in the news, and we'll do something about it.
He's in the news all the time. We just have to be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got 5 more minutes because my daughter has to shut everything. And let's get on with it then, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, Mahendra has a question for
Is it just the one Mahendra or Mahendra and Mahendra?
No, this is just Mahendra. Cyrus, what do you have like a safe word if Aisha is really, really pissed off at you or something like that? Is there a word?
Run.
Mommy.
Mommy's nice. Listen, ours is an 80% male audience podcast. Huh? They're not happy with all this. We're all the same. Indian men, no difference. Alright. Don't do that joke. Get your female audience, get Preeti the Savage, and you two can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mommy's about right.
So here's a sincere question for Aisha from Sin0581. What qualities of Cyrus would you want Mikhail and Maya to imbibe if there are any?
Amit Doshi, I thought you were a friend. I mean, really, you're not pulling any punches here. You're just going for the throat.
I'm just asking a question that people are asking.
What qualities of Dadas do you want? None. Maya, you don't look like Maya. You're too pretty. How can you look like him? And Mikhail, no, we're trying to send Mikhail away so that he can get out of this, the brocha male influence. None.
Okay.
None.
None?
No, my kids have this,
Okay.
That's Michaela, who's in the frame, busy at work, doing some exam.
Don't help.
Okay, so
And that's Maya.
there are two questions which are fairly similar. This is from Akriti Aurora and Jannat Nain. So one is asking, what was the first ever gift, Cyrus, that you gave Aisha and vice versa?
I remember Valentine's Day, he came off a flight and gave me a face shield.
Yeah, that's just now.
No, first ever, not COVID gift. Like
It has changed.
no, I gave her my face shield just now, which is like a gift to someone you
but
love.
I don't think 26 years earlier it was anything more romantic.
Okay,
I paid for your chai the first day, $9 for freaking
that's
tea.
not a gift, dude.
You have never paid for anything. I'm really sorry, you have never paid for anything.
A gift is something you acquire when she is not around.
Yeah.
And
So I'm
present
very
to her.
romantic when it comes to that, Amit. Let me speak for myself here. I'm a re-gifter. So whatever comes in, I always give it back. So I bring things home, like if you guys give me mugs, for example, I give it to them as presents. So I re-gift. I do gift a lot, food also, but it generally comes in from another source and I then pass it on.
I've eaten pizzas, bottles that he's taken.
I'm like Amar Singh. I'm a fixer. I take this and I take that and I give it, and so I do them. But the love is there. It's the thought that counts.
Okay.
I give her a car. I give her a car, and I didn't have money then. Not that I have money now, but I really didn't have money then.
Okay.
It cost me 1 lakh. 1 lakh for that second-hand Zen. I didn't even bother to test drive it. I just bought it and gave it to her. And she was sulking and fighting with me that day. So as far as I remember.
No. I mean, ask me what I want. I didn't want a 1 lakh Zen.
What do you want? 2 lakh Zen? You knew I was poor.
I wanted something different, Cyrus.
It was either that or a cycle. No, I should have bought the cycle in hindsight, but that's it. But she's given me lots.
I want a cycle. You want to give me a cycle? I'll take a cycle.
I already bought you a cycle. What kind of person are you?
Cycle. You have not.
There's a cycle outside the house. Whose bloody cycle is that? Little Parsi Dari guy hangs out outside the house all day.
I'm sorry. That was a present for Mikhail from your mother.
My mother.
You have not bought.
My mother's never cycled in her life.
It doesn't matter. She bought that for Mikhail on his, 12th birthday.
Amit, I think I'll have to take this offline because I have to check with the accounts department. I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, I think I paid for it. Cycle or not.
No, you did not. How much did it cost?
Who remembers that? I don't remember how much the eggs cost. I eat them every day. What are you talking about? The accounts is not my department. Accounts is your department.
One extra egg at breakfast at the Bombay Gym and you come back and tell me
I know how much it costs at the Bombay Gym because it's ridiculous. $158 for 12 eggs. I mean, who'd pay that? I mean, I have to pay that.
You're at a restaurant. That's actually very reasonable.
It's $5 an egg, Amit Doshi. That's 60 rupees for 12. I'm paying
But then
158. I'm paying 158. Is it a special murgi?
Listen, I understand that Bombay Gym is the biggest quarter in the city, but at the same time, they still have other expenses, right?
Right.
So, they are going to try and make some sort of a profit.
Someone's got to do. I'll deal with that later. Yep. In the meantime, Kunal has lost interest in the show and is eating something. His cheeks have arguably got larger.
Okay. All right. We spoke about first gift. Now, what is strangest gift? That's the other question. That was a related question. What is the strangest gift either one of you has got for each other? Or Kunal or anyone? Strangest gift.
What underwear? What's that underwear the way your bum is seen called? The thong. So I was with Malaika at the Singapore VMAs or something, award show. And on the way back, we were sitting in the lounge and she said, come, I'm going shopping, you come with me. So we went to the, panty hose section. And she said, you got to buy something for Aisha. So I said, I don't know her size. Then she did something, I described her and all that. And I brought back this brown thong, bra thing. And that was an awkward gift because she looked at it and she was quite stunned. And I said, but Malaika is responsible. I just sort of paid. The whole thing was her.
Okay, yeah. That is a weird one.
Yeah.
It wasn't a weird one. It was the only one.
And the bra and the panty both came.
There was no bra.
Only for the panty. Maybe I gave the bra away on the plane or something. Or wore it myself. Who knows? Yeah. That was one that I can remember offhand. But I bring a lot of food home, Amit. Lots of food home.
And then tell us, this is for Mikhail.
The Penthouse film shoot.
Don't touch it.
On the film shoot, every day I brought back lassi, Diet Coke, butter chicken, lots of stuff. In fact, I think Abbas Mastana are going to now charge me.
All stolen.
Not stolen. I would not eat. I would starve myself and bring my food back. That would come to the trailer. So like that, I'm a generous person in my own way. Yeah.
Okay.
Aisha, why have you changed your hairstyle? There's no two parts to the show. This is it.
This is not getting over, Cyrus.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Let's do this one last question then.
Your marriage or the show? Kunal, don't dig your nose, please. Thank you.
Aisha, you've seen... have you been seeing Cyrus's recent Instagram stuff, all the bodybuilding poses and stuff like that? What are your thoughts on his public displays of this nature?
I'm glad there's an audience out there that enjoys it because I certainly don't. No, I don't look at his Instagram posts, and particularly not the bodybuilding things. I find them offensive. I mean, I learned him on his, bodybuilding, his working out discipline. I don't want to see the body. So it does nothing.
Kunal, tell us about your bodybuilding discipline.
Today, today somebody, a friend called Bhairav, has sent her WhatsApp of something that looks like Cyrus. Can I show you?
I also saw. Bhairav.
I can't see.
What is Bhairav sent this? I'll show you. Yeah. Can you see this?
Wow, Peregrine Falcon. What an honor. Yes, I bow to you, Bhairav. Thank you so much. That's a Peregrine Falcon, the fastest bird in the world, in a majestic chest pose. Wow. Yes.
Same size legs as you kind of keep mentioning as well, right?
Not exactly correct. Today I took a boy down called Shane. Shane, if you're listening, I hope you're listening. A rugby boy going on by my legs. I said, let's take pants off and do a little judging. Call to people to watch. He's never coming to the gym again. I killed him.
Cool. All right.
Because he saw you naked.
Too late for the comeback, but thanks for watching. Yeah. Amit, finish the show off. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Just last words of advice to people who are early in marriage. Remember, I always say this: separate rooms, separate bathrooms. But always understand one thing: if your wife is valuable, spend less time with her, and the marriage will last longer. Right, baby, sweetie, honey, love.
Make sure those parents don't live with you.
But that's majboori, yaar. We don't have the money to have 7-8 houses. Even Buckingham Palace, the parents lived with them for some time. So you have to understand. It's difficult. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Valentine's Day 5 days later. It's me saying bye because Maya wants to leave. Bye, Aisha. I'll see you in a minute.
Bye. Thank you, Maya.
Bye.
Kunal.
Bye, everybody. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Working Monday to Friday glued to your chair making you feel dull? Worry not. Get your 5-minute weekly dose of travel around the world with Postcards from Nowhere. Join me every Thursday as I explore the strange, obscure and fascinating parts of the world and bring out facets of travel you may not have thought of before. You can find us on the IBM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.
Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, struggling with too many obstacles, don't know where your life is headed? Well, if you are dealing with one or all of these, tune into the Positively Unlimited podcast, because in each episode, I share a life lesson, a life hack, a pro tip that can help you get your life back on track. All episodes are available on the IBM website, IBM Podcast app, or wherever it is that you get your podcast from.